In the quiet hours of the night, when airbases typically operate at reduced tempo and visibility is limited to runway lights and instrument panels, a sudden eruption of sound shattered the darkness as a US Air Force B-52 Stratofortress accelerated down the runway at maximum power. The emergency full-speed takeoff, carried out with precision and urgency, immediately drew attention far beyond the base perimeter. Within hours, footage of the launch spread rapidly across social media platforms, prompting intense speculation among defense analysts and reportedly sending shockwaves through Iranian military and intelligence circles. The sight of a B-52 lifting off under such conditions is not merely dramatic, it is deeply symbolic. The Stratofortress, one of the most recognizable aircraft in the world, is inseparable from the concept of American strategic power. When it launches at night under apparent emergency conditions, observers do not see a routine sortie. They see intent, readiness, and a message that does not require words. Although the US Department of Defense has not released an official explanation for the takeoff, the circumstances strongly suggest that the aircraft was responding to a high-priority operational tasking. Emergency launches are fundamentally different from scheduled missions. They compress timelines, elevate risk, and demand flawless execution. Every second matters, and every decision is made with the understanding that failure is not an option. Night operations magnify the difficulty. Pilots must rely on night vision goggles and cockpit instrumentation while maintaining situational awareness during one of the most dangerous phases of flight. The B-52, with its massive wingspan and heavy fuel load, requires absolute precision during takeoff. At full throttle, its 8 engines generate tremendous thrust, producing intense vibrations and acceleration. The aircraft reaches takeoff speed quickly, leaving no room for hesitation. Veteran bomber crews describe such moments as controlled intensity. The cockpit remains calm, communications are concise, and every crew member performs a role that has been rehearsed countless times. Behind that calm exterior lies years of training designed specifically for moments like this. The B-52 community prides itself on being able to launch at any time, in any conditions, without advance notice. As the aircraft disappeared into the darkness, attention quickly shifted thousands of miles away. In Iran, where US bomber activity is closely monitored, the sudden night launch reportedly triggered immediate analysis. Iranian air defense planners, intelligence officials, and political leaders have long viewed strategic bomber movements as potential indicators of escalation. The fact that the takeoff occurred at night, under apparent emergency conditions, amplified those concerns. Iranian media outlets aligned with the state framed the incident as a deliberate show of force. The commentary emphasized the historical role of the B-52 in US military campaigns and portrayed the launch as psychological pressure aimed at Tehran. While such narratives are common, they reflect genuine sensitivity to American strategic air power, particularly given the bomber's ability to strike targets from long distances using standoff weapons. The B-52's relevance in any potential confrontation with Iran is significant. Unlike stealth bombers that rely on penetrating enemy airspace, the Stratofortress excels in launching long-range cruise missiles from outside heavily defended zones. This capability allows it to threaten critical infrastructure without ever crossing national borders, complicating defensive planning for adversaries. Over the past 2 decades, the US has repeatedly used bomber deployments as a tool of deterrence in the Middle East. Flights over the Persian Gulf, joint exercises with regional allies, and rotational deployments to forward bases have all been carefully observed by Tehran. Each movement is analysed for clues about intent, timing, and potential next steps. The emergency night takeoff fits squarely within this broader pattern of strategic signalling. Even if no strike mission followed, the launch itself conveyed a message: US forces remain alert, capable, and prepared to act on short notice. In deterrence theory, the demonstration of readiness can be as important as the use of force itself. From Washington's perspective, such actions are defensive and stabilizing. US military doctrine emphasizes readiness as a means of preventing conflict, not provoking it. By maintaining the ability to respond immediately to emerging threats, American forces aim to discourage adversaries from miscalculating or exploiting perceived weaknesses. However, perception is everything in international security. What one side views as deterrence, the other may see as intimidation. In a region already burdened by mistrust and historical grievances, even routine military actions can be interpreted as escalatory. This dynamic increases the risk of misunderstanding, particularly when information is incomplete or filtered through political narratives. Experts caution against drawing definitive conclusions without official confirmation. Emergency takeoffs can occur for a variety of reasons, including intelligence alerts, changes in operational posture, or high-level readiness drills. The US Air Force regularly conducts alert exercises designed to simulate real-world crisis response, and these exercises are intentionally indistinguishable from actual operations. Yet the realism of such drills is precisely what gives them strategic weight. Foreign observers cannot easily determine whether an action is an exercise or a response to a real threat. This ambiguity is not accidental. It is a core element of deterrence. By keeping adversaries uncertain, military planners aim to complicate hostile decision-making. The psychological impact of the night launch should not be underestimated. Strategic bombers have always played a dual role as weapons and symbols. During the Cold War, the constant readiness of bomber fleets served as a visible reminder of nuclear deterrence. Today, even in a conventional context, the symbolism endures. For Iran, the incident reinforced long-standing concerns about vulnerability to air power. Despite significant investments in air defense systems, including domestically produced missiles and imported platforms, Iranian strategists are acutely aware of the challenges posed by long-range precision strike capabilities. A single bomber, supported by tankers and intelligence assets, can influence calculations across an entire region. At the same time, the episode highlights the professionalism and discipline of US aircrews. Executing a full-speed emergency takeoff at night is not a theatrical display, it is a demanding operation that leaves no margin for error. That it was carried out smoothly speaks to the level of training and coordination maintained by strategic bomber units. As speculation continues and analysts debate the meaning of the event, one fact remains clear. The B-52, despite its age, remains a central instrument of American power projection. Its ability to command attention with a single launch underscores why it continues to serve decades after its first flight. In a world where images travel faster than official statements, a few seconds of night footage can carry enormous strategic weight. For Iran, the message was unsettling. For the United States, it was a reminder that readiness itself is a form of influence. And for observers around the globe, the thunderous departure of the Strato fortress was a vivid illustration of how quickly the balance of calm and crisis can shift in modern geopolitics. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.